Well, good morning, everyone. Good to have you on with us this morning, and a little bit of a delay getting started, but we're ready to go, and it's going to be question and answer Friday. So we got some questions. We want Sandra, good morning. How are you? Did you miss me at 8:30 this morning, guys? Anne, St. Catharines, Rosa, good morning. Here we go. We got a crowd coming on now. Andrea, Niagara Falls, Nick from our staff. Good morning, guys. Evangeline, good morning. Annette, Nouveau Brunswick, right, Annette? Kevin, Oshawa, good morning. Chantal. And Jermaine, good morning. Mara, how are you, Mara? Rakea. Carrie, Nebraska, good morning. Judy, New Brunswick, good morning. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming on. We always appreciate when you say hello. Brenda, Olga, good morning. Did I mess up your morning? Barbara from Garson. Where's Garson? Never heard of it. Fred, Georgie, good morning. Halifax, Nova Scotia. Brahim, our friend from Portland, Oregon. Lorraine, good morning. British Columbia. Helena. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Betty, good morning, Ann Arbor. Annette. Bruno, Yolande, good morning. Zoe, good morning. Vashti, good morning. Len and Judy, our friends from Edmonton, Alberta. Mary Jane from Connecticut. We appreciate you. And, oh, the Rogers Network is out across Canada. Somebody's saying that. Good morning, Fran and Dawn. Okay, a couple of more and we'll get going. Jeanette from our staff. Sue. Okay. Carol, how are you? So if you're in Rogers, I guess you wouldn't be on this morning with me. Rhonda, good morning. Zinnia from Greece, good morning. Joe. Brenda from Campbell River, British Columbia. Jennifer, Rita, good morning, guys. Thank you for coming on. Rhonda, oh, I want to sing, Rhonda, you have no idea. Deb, from Timmins. Raja, and Donna from Bell Valley. Linda, good morning. Okay, let's get to these questions. Diane, how are you? Thank you for coming on. Thank you guys for being such loyal followers. Okay, let me get to the questions here. And let me just see here. I'm going to turn on my questions. Here we go. First one, Cheryl, what is inulin, and what does Dr. Martin think of it? Inulin is a fiber. It's characterized as a prebiotic, meaning it's sort of like a prebiotic is sort of like a fertilizer for friendly bacteria. Now let me give you my take on prebiotic. There's a big talk about prebiotics and, probiotics can't survive without prebiotics or whatever. And not that I don't believe in prebiotics, but they get a lot of ink. And a couple of years ago, especially, there was it seemed like week after week after week in health news, they were talking about prebiotics. Now listen. You know what I think about probiotics. But the best prebiotic, in my opinion, when you feed your microbiome, not with inulin. Look, you want to take inulin? I got no problem with that. You want to take it? But the healthiest prebiotic, what your microbiome, what your friendly bacteria thrives under, is eggs, meat, and cheese. Those are the best prebiotics. And I'll tell you why. When you feed your microbiome fuel, remember we talked about this yesterday, the best fuel. When you feed your body the best fuel, when you stay away from sugars, high fructose corn syrup, when you stay away from those crappy oils that are in the middle aisles, those are what I call artificial foods. You know what? High fructose corn syrup, your body doesn't even know what that is. You think that doesn't mess up your microbiome? You better believe it does. When you take vegetable oil, they call vegetable oils, they're far from vegetables. They are oils, they're synthetic oils that you can run your car on, fully synthetic. From crackers to whatever, even put it in breads and things in the middle aisles of your grocery store. Things that they're made with bad fat, bad oils. Your body doesn't even know what that is. Now, what happens? That destroys your microbiome. So you want to feed your microbiome, your friendly bacteria. They thrive with eggs, meat, and cheese. They don't thrive with fiber. They don't thrive with fiber. Your body wasn't meant to live on fiber. I'm not saying you can never have it, of course. But that was all marketing. Oh, you need your all brand because you're not going to go to the bathroom. You know, like the Inuit or people, tribal, people that live in the, you know, even today in primitive things. I mean, they don't live on fiber. They live on meat. They live on dairy. So folks, feed your friendly bacteria. Look, if you want to use inulin, okay, good for you. I like FOS, fructooligosaccharides, as a prebiotic. But again, my experience is if you don't feed your bacteria sugar and those crappy oils, your microbiome will thrive. Okay? Good question. Thank you, Cheryl. Elsie, what makes your feet swell? Well, a lot of things. You could be dehydrated. That'll make your feet swell. You could have congestive heart failure. That'll make your feet swell. You can have kidney stress, where your body is losing electrolytes and you're getting edema. That can make your feet swell. Low levels of potassium, low levels of magnesium, electrolytes. That can make your feet swell. So Elsie, a lot of things. You can be on medications. That can make your feet swell. If you've got poor circulation, this is why I'm big on compression socks. That can make your feet swell if you don't have good microcirculation in your legs. A lot of people don't. That can make your feet swell. So it's, you know, it's very common. And, you know, from poor circulation to electrolytes to congestive heart failure to, because your body can't pump, your heart's pump is not strong enough. And those are all things that can do that. Okay, so thanks for the question, Elsie. Jenny, What does Dr. Martin think of doing a food sensitivity test? Well, listen. I used to tell people in the office, this is true story, ask my girls. Give me $600, okay? And I used to have the kits right in my office. Give me $600. I'll take a sample of your blood. I'll send it to these labs. And you know what happens? You'll get a report back. I get $200 back from the lab. I said, you want to give me $600? 200 of it is for me. And 400 is for the lab. And look, if you want to do it, do it. If you want to spend the money, do it. But here's what I like better. The best food sensitivity test that I've ever found, and I actually used to tell my patients this, do Dr. Mum test. You know your kid, or you know your own body. Do the elimination test. I wonder if cheese is bothering me. Well, the only way to really know is to eliminate it, then reintroduce it, and see how you feel. Okay? You know, a lot of people, do I have a gluten intolerance? I used to say in the office, ask my staff, gluten schmooten. Okay? Because you got leaky gut. You got microbiome is upside down. Yeah, it's not gluten, unless you have celiac. And even then, I used to be able to help people with celiac. I'd fix their microbiome. I'd fix their gut. So do the elimination test yourself. That's what I would recommend, okay? That's what I would recommend. Jenny, now listen, if you want, I'm not against those tests. I'm not. But sometimes when your gut is really messed up, I've had patients that have done the test and they come back and they're hypersensitive to everything. Like, everything's off the charts. They said, Doc, what am I going to eat? I said, well, you got to take that test with a little bit of a grain of salt. Because I said, your gut is so messed up. Your microbiome is so messed up. You know, I talked to you the other day about barcodes. Remember that? Remember the barcode? Every cell in your body's got a barcode. When food comes into your body, it's got a barcode. And when you have any kind of autoimmune, your body says, oh, that's got the wrong barcode to it. And it rejects it. And your body starts to go after it instead of accepting it as being normal. You mess up your barcode when you got leaky gut. Leaky gut is at the root of every autoimmune. Leaky gut is at the root of every allergy. Food sensitivities. I often tell people, you're not fully allergic to something. You are hypersensitive. When you fix that first, you are going to do better. So Jenny, thanks for the question. It allowed me to pontificate this morning. This is from someone. We don't know because we don't have the name. Why would someone cramp up? Well, usually, if you get a lot of cramps, and I'm one to get cramps. I really do. Like if I don't drink enough water, I cramp up. And when I think about my own body, and I know my body, well, I should. I'm 70 years old. Like I should know my own body, right? And I cramp up. I dehydrate very quickly. Now, dehydration, I've explained this in the past. It's simply make sure you're drinking enough water, 64 ounces for my American friends, and 2 liters of water for my Canadian friends. That's the sweet spot for water. Drink water. Nothing else is water. Make sure you're getting water. That's one. Now, the other thing is salt. The other thing is salt. You cry salt. Your blood is full of salt. You need salt. Salt isn't a bad guy. It really isn't. Salt is only the bad guy in the presence of a lack of water. So let me repeat that. Salt is only the bad guy. It'll only elevate your blood pressure, salt, if you're not drinking water. You got that? Get the memo? That's really important. You need water and you need salt. Your body is made of salt. You're going to cry salt. You ever cry? Okay? And you got salty tears. If someone calls you salty, take it as a compliment. You want to be salty. That's why I like a little pinch of salt in your water. Himalayan salt has 84 trace minerals. And some of you out there, we talked about this the other day, need magnesium. Some of you out there need to take a supplement of magnesium. Some of you might need to take a supplement of potassium if you're cramping up so much. And that can happen, by the way. You can get cramps when you go into ketosis. When your body is switching fuels, you know, some people find, and it's not because it's a lack of potassium per se. It really isn't. It's your body changing fuels. And you might have to add more salt. You might even have to add some more magnesium. A lot of people are very low in magnesium. There's no magnesium anymore in the soil. There's very little. On account of, it's not in fertilizers and all the pesticides and the herbicides and, you know, all these things, they strip away the minerals in the soil. They're not there like they used to be. Okay? So you miss out. So it's a very, very good question. And if you're getting cramping, you got to look at all of the above. Okay? Thanks for the question. Carlos, neuropathies, can they be reversed? I've reversed neuropathies. Look, what is very common is neuropathies, very common, come with diabetes. Even a pre-diabetic person can get, one of the signs is they're getting neuropathies, because when their sugar is high, that is destructive to blood vessels, and blood vessels supply nerves. And neuropathy is very common in people that have trouble with their sugars, people that have insulin problems. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's an insulin problem. Can they be reversed? Well, they can be surely helped. Now, here's another thing that I found. Neuropathies come when you are low in B12. 80% of the population is low in B12. 80%. They don't get enough B12 for many reasons. One, we're not eating as much red meat as we used to. We're buying the lie of veganism and vegetarianism at the expense of meat. You know what? You know what bothered me? Can I tell you something that bothered me in the news? When I see, why would anyone, please answer this question for me. Why would anyone go against farmers? They feed us. Why would we bite the hand that feeds us? I can't understand it. Well, if you know the news behind, are you kidding me? They want to eliminate farms? I've never heard stuff so stupid in all my life. Listen, you know me. I'm the farmer's best friend. Farmers, send me checks. Because I defend you till the cows come home. Honestly, folks. Apparently, even the Canadian government is talking about reducing farming. Are you kidding me? But guys, want to see why we see so much neuropathy? Is because when you don't eat red meat, where B12 is found, B12 is a neurological vitamin. And when you eat meat, you're getting all your B vitamins, including B12. You don't get B12 in chicken, by the way. So eat your fish, salmon, because you get B12 in that, and eat your steak, vitamin S. Okay? Vitamin S. Absolutely. Very, very good question. And you'll be surprised if you get your insulin under control. That's why the reset, how many people have found that their neuropathy got a lot better. So Carlos, as far as reversing, I don't like to use that word. I like to put the term, put it into remission. That's what I really like. Okay, Marianne. Marianne, I would sing to you this morning if they allowed me. Remember the song, Marianne? Okay. What is your opinion on time-release vitamins? Okay. Listen, let me just say this, Marianne, okay? So you might be new to the program and you might not be, but let me repeat what I repeat all the time. I'm a big guy on eating your vitamins first, okay? Like, you're going to get all your B vitamins, if you eat meat. All of them. Eggs, meat, and cheese have all the B vitamins. And if it's red meat, you're going to get B12. So I've never been big on supplementing so much with the B vitamins. Mind you, I do put it in our blood boost. Okay? For a reason, because these people are so low usually. And, a lot of times with anemia, a lot of patients, former patients or whatever, that were on cancer therapy or on chemotherapy, and their appetite, and for whatever reason, their blood was very low, and I wanted to build blood. Well, I put them on a liquid, chelated vitamins. Anyway, I don't want to get into that so much, but just the question is, Marianne, time release, a good vitamin is time released. In the sense that, look at probiotics, for example. Our probiotics are enterically coated, and that sort of gets them into the gut, and they're released pretty quickly. But time release, what is the advantage of that? I don't know. I just want them to be very bioavailable, Marianne. That's what I aim for, not so much the time release, okay? Linda, what happens to your body when you go back to crappy carbs and still eat high fats? Well, it's not good. Now listen, let me get around this question, Linda, because I think I know where you're coming from, okay? When you do the reset, 30 days, no carbs, no sugars, whatever, okay? 30 days. One of the reasons that I get you into 30 days, the main reason is to get you out of insulin resistance. To actually, at the cellular level, change your cells so they're now much more sensitive to insulin instead of them going, I hate you, insulin. Okay? So that's the primary reason of the reset. Okay? Now, the other reason for the reset, it's past the 21-day mark. Why do I go past 21 days? Well, insulin resistance, you can fix it. 2, it's a habit forming. When you go past 21 days, I used to tell people, listen, give me 30 days of your life. You need to trust me for 30 days. You ready to do that? Because I knew if they get past the 21 days, they're going to form a habit. They got rid of their sugar. And they got rid of their sugar craves. They realize how good they feel. And the idea with that is once you have a crappy meal, after your body loves the new fuel, it's the new you. It loves it. You give it a crappy meal and your body goes, why did you do that to me? I don't like that stuff. You know how many thousands of people told me that? Thousands. And I mean that. Well, I knew enough about human psychology. Okay? I always tell Dr. McEwen, okay, the professor of psychology at the University of Tennessee, I used to tell her, I learned enough psychology just to be dangerous in university. But here's what I learned. Takes 3 weeks to form a habit. Now, to get back to your question, okay? To get back to your question. Now, this is really important, Linda, that you went, Linda, listen, Linda, listen. If you get sidetracked and you go back to the way you used to eat, here's what I recommend. For 1 week, go back on the reset. You'll set your body straight again. Linda, you have to understand that, look, when you do the reset, you have completely changed your body, but you have to have good habits. It's like I went to the gym, I got real strong, and then you know what, I'm not going to do it anymore. No, the idea is every day, this is the 3 Ds of Dr. Martin. Okay? This has sort of been my motto for a lot of years. Desire, determination, and discipline. Discipline, that 3rd D, is every day in the trenches of life. You have to make the right choices. No one can do it for you. You must do it yourself. A lot of it is it's the determination of the heart saying, look at me, I'm 7 years old. I just want to tell you about me, okay? From personal experience. My name is Tony, and I'm a carboholic. Okay? My name is Tony, and I'm a carboholic. I don't try and fool myself. I don't Tony, you look so good. You can eat anything you want, blah, 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 blah. I don't listen to that. I listen to me. Tony, you're a carboholic. You married an Italian. You love pasta. I do. I love bread. I can live on bread. But you know what? I can't get away with it. And I need to talk to myself. I told you the story in the past. I started jogging when nobody jogged. You know why? Because my dad started jogging. We didn't even call it jogging. I said, Dad, what are you doing? Running. The only people that run are when the police are chasing you in 1967. Are the police chasing you? You know what I mean? Like running. What are you running for? But my dad, I'm telling you, I learned from him, and I've been doing it ever since. I work out. And now I don't run like I used to, but I walk and I do weights. I want to stay strong. See, it's all discipline, Linda. It's discipline. It's every day in the trenches. When all the voices are saying, oh, Linda, you can do it. You can eat whatever you feel like and, eat in moderation. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that when I hear, oh, just eat in moderation. No, it gives me It gives me a triple migraine when I hear people talking like that. That's coming to you from the food industry. Just eat in moderation, you'll be fine. Ooh. Linda. I got off on a tangent, Linda. Noel. Can you make your own oil of oregano? Well, I think well, for sure you could. Now, don't ask me. Okay, don't ask me. You know how much I love oil of oregano. I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could, Noel. But don't ask me how to do it. I don't know. I've been talking about oil of oregano for so long. There's another thing. Farmers owe me money and oil of oregano owe me money for all the advertising I give them. Okay? 20 years on the radio. And I had oil of oregano people that were selling supplements to the pharmacies, reps, and said, you know what, Doc? In your area, in Northern Ontario, the highest sales per capita of oil of oregano in North America. Did you know that? I said, well, I didn't know that, but no wonder. That's all I talk about. Oil of oregano, oil of oregano. I love it. There's not a better spice in the world. Antibiotic, antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral, antihistamine, anti. Oil of oregano. I haven't found a spice that is as good as oil of oregano. That's just me and clinical experience. Okay? Thanks, Noel. I guess you could make your own. Go on our private Facebook group, Noel, and ask the question. Maybe there's people that have done that on our group. I don't know. Okay? And Janice, what causes muscle to burn when exercising? It's called lactic acid. Your body is building up lactic acid. When they burn, and I can't sing. I'm sorry, I can't. I was going to sing a song, but yeah, Janet, like that's, it'll burn, and that's actually good for you. It's actually good for you. Get strong, guys. Tony Jr. and I were talking about this morning, muscles. What a biomarker for your body, for your health. Muscles. Now, you don't have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't. But be strong. It's not just for your bones. It's for your brain. It's for your heart. It's for your testosterone, men. Ladies, it's for your hormones. Get strong. We can't emphasize it enough. Okay, guys. Have I told you that I love you? I did? Well, I'm telling you again. Thank you, guys, for making this program so successful. If it wasn't for you, where would we be today? It's you guys. It is. Thank you for listening. And we're going to talk to you soon, and we love you dearly.